Hello, Mark. My name is Lydia, and my student number is S04411056. The title of the speech is Magical Houses Made of Bamboo by Elora Hardy. I'm the freshman at NCUE. When I was 9 years old, my mom asked me what I would want my house to look like, and I drew this fairy mushroom, and then she actually built it. Laughter. I don't think I realized this was so unusual at the time, and maybe I still haven't because I'm still designing houses. This is a six-story bespoke home on the island of Bali. It's built almost entirely from bamboo. The living room overlooks the valley from the fourth floor. You enter the house by a bridge. It can get hot in the tropics, so we make big carving roofs to catch the breezes. But some rooms have tall windows to keep the air conditioning in and the bugs out. This room we left open. We made an air conditioned tented bed, and one client wanted a TV run in the corner of her living room, boxing off an area with tall walls just didn't feel right. So instead, we made this giant woven pod. Now we do have all the necessary luxuries. There are bathrooms. This one is a basket in the corner of the living room, and I've got to tell you, some people actually hesitate to use it. We have not quite figured out an acoustic installation laughter. So there are lots of things that we're still working on. But one thing I have learned is that bamboo will treat you well if you use it right. It's actually a wild grass. It grows on otherwise unproductive land, deep ravines, mountainsides. It lives of rainwater, spring water, sunlight, and of the 1,000 feet 415 species of bamboo that grow across the world. We use just 7 of them. That's my dad. He's the one who got me building with bamboo, and he's standing in a clump of Dendrocalamus asperniger that he planted just 7 years ago. Each year, it sends up a new generation of shoots. That shoots, we watch it grow a meter in 3 days, just last week. So we are talking about sustainable timber in 3 years. Now we harvest from hundreds of family-owned clumps, but better, but better beaten as we called it. It's really long, up to 18 meters of ascent, usable length. Try getting that truck down the mountain, and it's strong. It has a tensor it has the tensile strength of steel, the compressive strength of concrete. Slam floor stomps straight down on a pole, and it can take it because it's hollow. It's lightweight, light enough to be lifted by just a few men, or apparently one woman. Apparently one woman. Laughter, applause, and when my father built Green School in Bali, he chose bamboo for all of the buildings on campus because he saw it as a promise. It's a promise to the kids. It's one successful material that they will not run out of. And when I first saw this structure under construction about 6 years ago, I just thought this made perfect sense. It is growing all around us. It's strong, it's elegant, is earthquake resistant? Why hasn't this happened sooner? And what can we do with it next? So along with some of original builders of Green School, I founded Ibuka. Ibuku. Ibu means mother and ku means mine. It represents my mother's earth. And at Ibuku, we are a team of artisans, architects, and designers. And what we are doing together is creating a new way of building. Over the past 5 years together, we have built over 50 unique structures, most of them in Bali. None of them are at Green Village. You've just seen inside some of these homes, and we fill them with bespoke furniture. We surround them with veggie gardens. We would love to invite you to all to come visit someday, and while you are there, you can also seek Green School. We keep building school classrooms there each year, as well as an updated fairy mushroom house. We're also working on a little house for export. This is a traditional Sambanese home that we replicated right down to the details and textures. A restaurant with an open-air kitchen. It looked a lot like a kitchen, right? And a bridge that spans 22 meters across a river. Now, what we are doing is not entirely new. From little huts to elaborate, elaborate bridge that um, to elaborate bridge like this one in Java, bamboo has been in use across the tropical regions of the world for literally tens of thousands of years. There are islands and even continents that were first reached by bamboo rafts, but until recently, it was almost impossible to reliably protect bamboo from insects. And so, just about everything that was ever built out of bamboo is gone. Unprotected bamboo withers, untreated bamboo gets eaten to dust. And so that's why most people, especially in Asia, think that you couldn't be poor enough or rural enough to actually want to live in a bamboo house. And so we thought, what will it take to change their minds to convince people that bamboo is worth building with, much less worth aspiring to? First, we needed self-treatment solutions. Borax is a natural salt. It turns bamboo into a viable building material. Treated pro- properly, decided carefully, and a bamboo structure can last a lifetime. Second, build something extraordinary out of it. Inspire people. Fortunately, Balinese culture fosters craftsmanship. It values the artisan. So combine those with the adventurous outliers from new generations of locally trained architects and designers and engineers, and always remember that you are designing for carving, tapering, holy posts. No two posts alike, no straight lines, no 2x4s here. The tried and turn, well crafted. Formulas and vocabulary of architecture do not apply here. We have had to invent our own rules. We ask the bamboo what it's good at, what it wants to become, and what it says is respect it, decipher its strengths, protect it from water, and to make the most of its curves. So it's designed in real 3D, making scale structure models out of the same material that were later used to build the house, and bamboo model making. It's an art, as well as some hard, hardcore engineering. So that's the blueprint of the house. Laughter, and we bring it to sight, and with tiny rulers we measure each post and consider each curve, and we choose a piece of bamboo from the pile to re, replic, that house on site. When it comes down to the detail, we consider everything. Why are those so often rectangular? Why not round? How could you make a door better? Well, hot. It's hinge battle with gravity. And gravity will always win in the end. And so why not have it pivot on the center where it can stay balanced? And while you are at it, why not doors shaped like 10 teardrops? To reap the selection benefits and work within the constraints of this material, we have rarely have to push ourselves, and within that constraint, we have found space for something new. It's a challenge. How do you make a ceiling if you don't have any flat boards to work with? Let me tell you. Sometimes I dream of sheets, rock, and plywood. Laughter. But if one you've got is skilled craftsman and is it big seat little splits with that ceiling together, strike a canvas over it, lacquer it. How do you design durable kitchen countertops that do justice to this curving structure you've just built? Slice up a boulder like, like of a loaf of bread, hand carve each to fit the other, leave the crust on. And what we are doing it is almost entirely handmade. The structural connections of it is almost entirely handmade. The structural connection of our buildings are reinforced by steel joints, but we use a lot of hand whittled bamboo pins. There are thousands of pins in each floor. This floor is made of glossy and durable bamboo skin. You can feel the texture on the bare feet and the floor that you walk on. Can it affect the way that you walk? Can it change the footprint that you ultimately leave on the world? I remember being 9 years old and feeling wonder and possibility and a little bit of idealism. Idealism. And we've got a really long way to go. There's a lot left to learn, but one thing I know is that with creativity and commitment, you can create beauty and comfort and safety and even luxury out of a material that will grow back. Thank you. Applause.